Morning. So I've been asked to comment on the orangutan situation. So I thought I'd just put it together in a really quick video and just share my thoughts and feelings with you guys about it.
I'm spinning in circles but straight out of line. With every excuse I'm falling behind.
So there's this big thing at the moment, in case you hadn't seen on the news, that palm oil is basically devastating the rainforest and wrecking the homes and lives of many orangutans to the point that they're verging on the point of extinction. And how do I feel about that? So firstly, I feel so unbelievably compassionate to these orangutans. I absolutely love nature. I love all animals, and this fills me with complete and utter sadness. The bit where I am personally struggling is this notion that some lives are worth more than others, because we have people that are consuming animal products that are campaigning against Cadbury's. So Cadbury's are one of the leading companies that have been responsible for, or allegedly responsible for deforestation and the destruction that's been going on. But there are lots of reasons to boycott Cadbury's. Like, palm oil is just one of them. Dairy is another. They produce absolutely loads and loads of dairy, but are we talking about dairy here? No. Are we talking about the animals, 74 billion land animals each year that we are taking to slaughter? No. Why are some lives worth more than others? This is something that I just want you to think about for a second. Why is my cat, why is his life, worth more than the cows across the road here? Why is that? And I personally don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. If you watched Land of Hope and Glory, have you? Because if you haven't, I really strongly suggest you should, especially even more so if you're based in the UK. And the reason I say that is because Land of Hope and Glory is filmed in the UK, and it was filmed very recently. We have like 7,000 piggeries here in England, and and these pigs are kept in the most horrific conditions, like horrific. And we're not saying anything about them. They've got a life of torture. I can make videos separately on those. I have so much to say about it, and I know quite a lot as well. We're not going into that. We're not willing to address that or look at that. We just want to focus on orangutans and palm oil because they're so far removed from where we're at. And I think we actually need to bring the problem closer to our own homes and to look at, if we want to minimise cruelty, pain, suffering, torture and death, then why don't we look at what we're bringing into our home? So fine, you want to boycott Cadbury's, okay? But look at what else you're bringing into your home. Are you bringing dairy into your home? Are you bringing dead animal bodies into your home? Are you bringing eggs into your home? All these sorts of things. If you're bringing them into your home and you're consuming these products, then why is it you're so upset about orangutans and palm oil? If you think of the dairy industry alone, the dairy industry is just the most horrific industry, honestly. Like, to create milk, we have to have a mum, we have to have a baby, and we have to have a milk supply. So we have to have all those things in place. So to create the milk, we need to be artificially inseminating cows. And that's a really painful process for them. So much so that they're put into something called a rape rack. Yeah, it's called a rape rack. And what that is it's a rack that basically holds the cow still because the process is so flipping painful for them. So they're put in this rape rack, they're artificially inseminated, and then 9 months later, just like us, 9 months later, we have this beautiful baby that we are connected to, that we felt moving inside our bodies, that we've been nourishing all this time, and it's finally here, it's finally arrived, and we have it. And then if you're a cow, within the first 24 to 48 hours, that baby is taken away. Now, they don't always take the babies away nicely. Watch the footage. If you don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Watch the footage, see how it's done, okay? And see how the cows react. because the mum grieves over this. The mum feels real pain. They bellow for days. Farmers say this. The mums bellow for days, and their mums are depressed, as you would be. I can completely relate to that, being a mother myself. And then what do they do with the cows? Well, with the calves, if they're females, she will repeat the same life of her mother. If the cow is a male, he is classified as a byproduct of the dairy industry, and he is either shot straight in the head. That is the easiest, quickest, cheapest way to kill a calf. So he will literally be disposed of instantly. Or he may be, if they have the space, he may be raised until he's 9 months old and then killed for meat. One of those two options. And this process just repeats itself every year until the cow is so knackered, her body is so broken, that after about 5 of these years, her body's over with and she falls to the ground. And it's known in the agriculture industry as being cow down or down cow. I can never remember which way around it is. And she is literally dragged away to slaughter. And again, don't take my word for it, guys. Check it out below. I'll leave some links below for you to look at and to see how it's done here in the UK. She's dragged away for slaughter, and she is killed. Her body is taken for our benefit. And I have a real issue with this notion of speciesism notion, where we're valuing some lives over others, some non-human animal lives over others. And I guarantee, if you saw somebody in the street with a stick beating a cat or dog, I guarantee you would go over to help. I guarantee you wouldn't be able to stop yourself from going and doing something. Okay? And it's because we're a nation of cat and dog lovers. We're not a nation of animal lovers. We don't have the same values on certain animals. You know, we find it completely acceptable to kill 1 trillion fish every year, just like we have. We find it acceptable, to have 7,000 piggeries in the UK and to be killing 74 billion land animals every year for our taste buds. It's a fleeting taste in the mouth. It's a meal, We're putting these pigs through absolute hell, torture. Their mutilations are disgusting. What they do to them. We're doing all this for what? We're doing it all for a sandwich. And while we're eating that sandwich, we're moaning about orangutans, and we're boycotting Cadbury's, where we're sitting there eating our bacon sandwiches. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It only really makes sense if you have decided to exclude all animal products out of your diet and lifestyle, to then sit there and say, okay, I want to take this further, and keep going with that. But to sit there eating your cereal with your milk, cow's milk poured all over it, which a baby cow's had to be shot in the head for that. A mum has had to give her milk for that and her body for that, for years on end, type of slavery, and then is killed at the end. You're sitting there eating your cereal and drinking your coffee with your cow's milk in, eating your bacon sandwich and moaning about palm oil. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. And I really just hope this video just gives you just something to think about. I'm not meaning to wind you up or irritate you or, cause you distress, but it's just something to think about. I was asked to comment on it. What do I feel about it? And for me, speciesism comes up to deal with this situation. So that's, please leave your comments below. If you want to say anything, then, please feel free to do that. And I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.